Stream 46. So I think I will try to do all three, but let's see. To-do list, then create the LinkedIn bio, and third create language learning plan. Right, but let's go immediately to that. The to list. And I must say, yeah, now when I look at it, it looks better here, or like this. Okay, let's see how. And for this, I'm not gonna add a timer, but let's say maximum of 2 hours, or an hour and a half. Shouldn't take that long. Games and politics research. It's not important to have them here because I'm not doing them on stream. Organizing notes, everything. What is this to do? Wait, maybe it is. It's a task. But I think I should reframe this to be remove lives package. Clean and organize life. That's better. It includes this. But now I have a lot of stuff here under this. It probably, or most of this will be off the stream because that's where I have most notes and unorganized files. Drawing using IRAC. Drawing in general using IRAC is not important. It's obvious that that's the case. Draw. Improve streaming. Yes, I don't like how OBS works, or no, how my stream looks like. It's not good. So there's a lot of work here around this topic. Browse job listings. Why do I feel like I already... business. Another alarm. Well, it goes under business. Okay, let's first go through everything. Understanding running a business. This is bullshit. Effective altruism research, no needed. Buy a new microphone that I wrote earlier. Life management. I will recreate this completely. Software development setup. Organize notes, that's already there. Hierarchy. Intense thinking. Yeah, that's not necessary anymore. Skills and knowledge, it's empty. Communication, let's see. Fluency, word. Research to improve communication. Where do I have my communication notes? Here. Just put it there. Although communication. Speed reading, nice. This as well. Studying, choose a book and start reading. Rather it's information. Follow news. Interested in this or having it here. Where do you have news? I don't. RSS. RSS. Aim to know about future events. So stupid there. YouTube algorithm channels. Your RSS. I know what it is. To remember like this, drawing, create a plan, such Draw using how actually draw. Business. Looking for opportunities. Browse companies. Let's see. What is this? Oh? Ah. Life work. Thinking, writing ideas. That I will remain this here. Leave it there. Community, let's see. Browse Discord. Look for upcoming events, research. All of them are necessary here. Make videos. Yeah. Games and politics. Ah, okay. So it was because I could do some work on stream. I think Gamify and Politics is one of the private projects that I will leave outside of the stream, because learning how to work in different ways. Of course, I have other projects as well, but for now I will remove it here. You can always bring it back. General information. Not necessary. My skills, goals, my look, physical appearance, clothing style, gestures, posture, eye contact, movement. Oh, website. Front page, who I am, what are my goals, contact page. Where do I have my website? Be there. I don't even bother looking what's there. YouTube videos, Affinity. So that's video editing. Don't care. Introduction video, create a sketch. Why do I have it here? This video too. Sketch. It's a good one. Streaming. Create timer feature in the stream layout. Stream scenes, and there are shortcuts. Pause view. Regularly used topics saved. Where do I have my streaming? It should be, or should be live work, yes. YouTube stream notes. It's not here. I guess I have used the large canvas so much. I forgot I haven't actually written them into any file like this. Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, these are all social media and news. Let's see if I use the, wait, no. I want to use the categories, or do I wait? Business, communication, skill, speed reading skill, increase information skill, news skill, or knowledge, life work, business. No, wait, is that business? No, it's life work, yes. Let's try it. Management. That goes to live work, streaming. Maybe it goes there. And now priority. So there are 4 categories, and each of them have their own priority. Any microphone, how important would this be? They're kind of equal, I can do both. Draw. I would say right now communication, because that's harder. It should really be done every day, at least some little bit. So I will take this away. Draw speed reading. Increase information. Speed reading is really not that important. So draw communication, draw increase information, news. All of these four I would like to start. I would like to do each of them at least once a day. Draw is quite simple. I can do that using IRAC, so half a minute. This, I need to select a book. I think at least one book. That this can include watching videos, so on, but I think I should start reading more. And the news is quite simple. It can be 1 minute. I look headlines, open some news site. Yeah, speed reading, not a priority now. Still a task. Business. Well, creating that. Updated CV is already done. LinkedIn, GitHub, and website. These three, then I can be even more active. Browse job listings. That's after that, definitely. Browse companies, browse people, understanding, running a business. I will take a break. Current topic. It's here. On a quick break. I think I want to just taking a break. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I think it's done. So from business, first do this, because then I can do this. And after I'm actively doing this, then I can think about what businesses I could do, I could create. And then here, thinking, writing ideas. These are just overall. I would like to do this every day. Try to think about what is my vision, what I want to do. Have I learned something new that I could maybe leverage? Create new ideas. Is my plan still good? Or do I need to pivot? Website, I would like to start that process, I would say, because it's in two different places. This is more important, to put relevant information there. Right now I don't have anything. This is terrible. So first on that lens, through that lens, and then I need to put that first, just to make this streaming a little more comfortable. And then just after that, start making videos. This is such a huge commitment, investment. It is not easy. So that's why I don't think I will need this for some time. Previously, I thought that I would start making videos quicker, but now it's more important to start building solutions, and then I can just contact people. That's not a problem. So who am I even trying to reach? And something like this draw that helps making videos. That's the visual creative skill that I will be learning. I'm quite happy about this list, that what is it now? And I have a very strong feeling I haven't considered everything. Wait, was there something on Notion that I wanted to? Oh, I remembered. Might have put in something there. Did I write it somewhere else? There's also ToDo here. I think I should have put it here. Copilot, okay. High waistline pants. That's an interesting. Okay, I had forgotten. Okay. Decolonizedsudan.com. Copilot. Command line interface. Yeah, but it's not important. That's done. Next is LinkedIn bio. So it is in business. Ah, okay. The orders. Okay. Now for this, I will set a timer. Time limit of, let's do 1 hour. And whatever wherever I get, what point I will update the bio. There is currently nothing there, so everything is already a plus. I haven't checked whether it's possible to put emojis there, but it's fine. This coach, I thought about this yesterday. I have one connection on LinkedIn who is a coach, who trains coaches, but in some way it sounds, I don't know, at some point when I thought about this, I felt a little awkward or embarrassed to put this there. My amateur coach. Maybe the idea was kind of, who needs this, or why would I be interested in coaching? But now when I think about it, there was nothing embarrassing about it. It's just, if there is a person who wants to develop themselves and they want to do it effectively without needing to learn everything themselves, then who are the people who can help them, who they could hire? Or so this coaching is something I feel I already do. But I think I will send him a message. Or okay, no. I will put it to do. So business, is it in or life work? Let's put it there. Although, okay, I guess it, no, it is related to life work. Yeah. Research, coaching, personal coach. Okay, and I think, well, I can just change this. Enthusiast, I was thinking whether I just take them off. XR, AI. Cleaner, less things there. Also amateur coach, maybe I'll take this. Maybe I will take this way. It's easy to add these things because they don't need a structure. Hello friend. That's it. This meaning and use of the bio, who is it for, what would I want to happen. So the idea is, I'm gonna tell in the bio the same things I would explain about myself if I met someone. It's a very short summary. Who I am, what I do, why would they want to contact me. I don't care about this, but that's that will be there, of course. If some company or representative looks at my bio and says, wait, hey, we want this guy to this job. I'm always interested if some better opportunities arrive. The difficult part is, I will quickly read this through. Entirely, the difficult part is to write it concise, not to take too much spacing, but okay. For use of the bio. No, I would say this is not anymore the idea. Lead people I meet to this bio to get to know me. Sure, but yeah, it's not. I should put myself in the shoe of whoever reads my bio. No. So let's simplify it by just saying the bio is to there to explain what I explain about me, what I would anyways say. So it boosts. You get the quick preview. Ah, okay, that's the guy, because I don't change. I am the same person in every context, every situation. So there's just one. I don't need to sound professional like or work-minded. I am that. Hello, friend. Philosophy. Yeah. Read this through first. Democracy. XR and AI interest in the future's tech and what they can enable. Some casual aspect about show more complete image and also make them understand how serious I'm with my work. Who should contact me? I like the structure, so I can continue with that. That's nice. In this life, my goal is to make all humanity happier. Definitely. Democracy, how do people learn? How do democratic processes communicated? How are democratic processes communicated and talked about? My vision, help people develop themselves. That is not part of the democracy. Tell a story that explains my personality and goals. My chain of motivation. Meaning from the well of nothingness, just purely the living experience. Maybe not. Use of emojis, sure. I want to see people smile more, happy. That's the same thing here. I think it's better. Improve democracy. People need to be smarter. Better education. For new generations, for current adults. Communications for politics needs to be better. Okay. So I will take that away. So better education. Yeah, and it can be just a preview, of course. I'm not gonna write my whole life story. Help people develop themselves. Vision help people develop themselves. Help people learn about politics, better education for current adults and for new generation. Make politics more transparent. It will be more transparent if people just dig deeper. I think many aspects of politics is already there, but people don't understand it. I know I could do so much research on my own, but that's not enough. Politics more transparent. I think I will take this away. Help me prove how we communicate to fix the problems of fast-paced social media and news. How we communicate. Make it easier and more transparent on how anyone could help. So this is not about democracy anymore. Hello friend, I'm somewhat weird person who has figured out their philosophy and made their life's goal to help improve democracy globally. I absolutely hate this. Also, that was already there. Currently working on ideas of better collaboration platforms. Sure, okay. That's good. Make it easier and more transparent how anyone could help. Yes, that's very important. If people don't know the options, how would they find out about them? And that's the thing with EA, effective altruism. It's a community where the point is to find out the best communities, the best avenues to help. And one important thing about that is that it shows very clearly what if there were current or alternative global communities. And it's important to show what are the different ways to help. It does that to some degree. Because if I were to go there, I would like to get the feeling that this is what I should be doing. So not just feel good about that, but also be able to browse what are the other options that people have come up with, and then get validation for my own decision. But as I said, this can be a preview. People who are active on LinkedIn, I think most or many of them are already quite comfortable in sending a message, sending a DM. But there could be, I could create this or make it like a conversation, quick exchange. Let's make version 1. Hello, friend. The world is a scary place. Section. Quickly go to deep end philosophy. I can't quote any favorite philosophers because I don't know them. Do I have a quote? This is quite important because when you go to someone's LinkedIn profile, there's first you see the first lines. Would be nice to have this coherent, but it's also fine to make them one paragraph after another aren't that connected, so they all tell something, but that fluently. Could be. Go deep and it can't sound too romantic, too magical or delusional. That I became helper of humanity. It can be, who am I? Hello, friend. I am I might combine first two. I'm someone who has gone to the someone who has faced the nothingness of this reality. Reality is better than word. And by finding control over my thoughts and emotions. Motions. Build self to align with my deepest. Wait. I'm someone who has faced the nothingness of this reality, and by taking control over my thoughts and emotions, I have built myself. Meaning that aligns with my deepest desires to help solve the bickering. No. Wait, bickering. Huh? Bickering. Mess of world order all the mess of where we humans, people, hiding and ourselves. Avoiding okay, I kind of like this. This is the same that I have done with Tinder profiles. That at some point I like the text, and the next time I look at it, I feel that it's terrible. Taking control. Mastering. Avoiding facing ourselves. Where we people keep avoiding facing ourselves. Okay, that's good. Let's go to democracy. What is the best system? People I could trust that people together would work on the problems, and I could enjoy more peaceful life. Some of my ideas What could our more efficient develop democracy. This people who improve I will maybe come back to that, but let's see. Do I feel embarrassment to write these ideas? I kind of just putting something there. Running these ideas that might sound stupid or naive. I might skip this. I always improve this in the future. XR and AI. And XR is already something I'm using daily, and I'm interested to flow the future with it. Similarly, AI try to uh, no, that's some interesting technology and fields are extended reality and artificial intelligence. Too long. No one wants to read those anymore. So no, some interesting technology and fields are XR and AI. Represents the potential of visual information flow and experiences. And I work Some interesting technology fields are XR and AI. XR represents potential visual information flow and experiences, and it's already good enough that I use my headset daily to work with large screens with stars and galaxies in the background. AI is the most disruptive disruption. Disruptive. Keeps helping my work more and more each day, and I will bring a contribution on trying to lead it into a good direction while it continues. Then some jokes. This is, yeah, I like this. I don't like democracy, but At least I get some text. Who should contact me? I can add that casual size later. Resting. Even by quick. Okay, I think I'm done here. Let's see. The democracy. I want to improve democracy because if it works, I can trust people. I can. More efficient collaboration between people who are interested in improving democracy. I think I will better collaborators. This is kind of random, but what else? So I'm just I mentioned education. That's most. So collaborators, communication systems, political systems, and political systems and communications. Communication. By knowledge. I think it might be broken, but I will think about that later, but Hello, friend. I'm someone who has faced the nothingness of this reality, and by mastering my thoughts and emotions, I have built myself meaning that aligns with my deepest desires to help solve the mess of this world where we people keep fighting with each other and avoid facing ourselves. That needs to be to help solve the mess of this world where we people keep fighting with each other and avoid facing ourselves. I want to improve democracy because if it worked, I could trust that people together would work on the problems and I could enjoy a more peaceful life. Some of my ideas of what would be needed are better communication systems and platforms between collaborators, more focus on easy education after schools after finishing schools that maintain and enable knowledge throughout our lives. That's quite bad. As political systems communication made easier to understand people with different levels of political knowledge. Some interesting technologies and fields are XR and AR. AI. XR represents potential visual information flow and experiences. It's already good enough that I use my headset daily to work with large screens with stars and galaxies in the background. It has the most disruptive potential for getting humanity into a bad or good direction. It keeps helping my work more and more each day, and I will bring my contribution to trying to lead it into a good direction. Very bad. I don't like it. If I seem in any way interesting, it means you think we have something in common. Let's connect and enrich our lives even by quick interaction, because who knows what it could lead into. No matter what position I get or what project I start, I'm always interested to hear opportunities that would let me give a bigger contribution to humanity. There are a lot of things I don't like this. This more focus on easy education after finishing schools that maintain and enable knowledge throughout our lives. What does this even mean? So let me more focus on more focus on making education. Some of my ideas: better communication systems and platforms between collaborators. More focus on making education. Build? No. The idea is I want to see more connections to the past. I think that we use some systems today, some specific or the knowledge what we have about math, for example. Many of that was already discovered thousands of years ago. What thousands of years ago. Of course, I don't know. This is the thing. I have this feeling that it's not working well. I would like to make it better. I'd like to see it in better. But of course, history is told. So there are these courses, they teach something about math, and then I think, yeah, going back to see connections. That what was the history about this again? How difficult would it be to get that information? Or when I applied or went to the university and studied math there, I was kind of lost because there was clearly some information that I couldn't find any information from that, from the material. So it was required to know that elsewhere, but it wasn't clear. And the idea is, and also in high school, the school books, it's almost every or new book every year or year and a half, or no, every 2 years, every 5 years, there's new edition to these books. Each of them contain errors. Why do they need new editions? What's that? They just want money. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about this, but it doesn't hurt anyone that I feel this way. Certainly some other people feel as well, and what I want is not to find solutions first, but actually have some place where there are visions. The collaboration platforms are maybe my biggest interest is there. Turtles. More focus on making education materials and techniques better than just over again. I don't know. And these are just some of my ideas. This tells something about me. That's the point. I will immediately go to LinkedIn and see if I can output this there. "49 profile views. Okay. Additional name, personal assistant, education, location. Wait, where is the profile language? English. Activity, create a post, education, skills. Don't have any. Experience. Add profile section. Okay, about. That's it. Core. Oh, okay. No. There was 1600 characters limit. You can write about your years of experience, interests, or skills. People also talk about their achievements or previous job experiences. Yeah, I don't care what is the recommended. And now let's see the emojis. GIFs. I don't think it supports that. Wave. I am really doing this. Wait, I can show. Yeah, I can show this. I'm really doing this like Tinder profile. Mastering my thoughts. Can I do brain there? Emotions, heart. No, that's terrible. I shouldn't mix with the text. Okay, I think this is enough. And my LinkedIn is pretty public. You can already see everyone you could see. everyone I follow doesn't really have that strong yeah, I don't think there's anything that I can't show here. So let me give it. Okay, and then this. Okay. Headline. Deep thinker. So this will be creator XR enthusiast. Maybe I will, yeah, maybe I will still do that. So what was the helper of humanity? Software developer, deep thinker, XR enthusiast. I will be. That's the thing. I will be. So maybe I will restore this. Enthusiast. Democracy builder. Creator. Future. Future entrepreneur. Helper of humanity. That's quite good. Software developer, deep thinker, XR enthusiast, AI enthusiast, democracy builder, creator, future entrepreneur. Very good. I was interested. Okay, no, it ended. Can I unfinished degree dropped off due to a lack of life vision? I want to add description. Okay. Thesis finished degree still thesis thesis to be done if I want finish this degree. Start date with January. That's August. That's education, licenses, certifications, journalism in metaverse. I will put that to do that now LinkedIn profile is done. No, it's not finished yet. Still add projects, but it's pretty good. It's huge that now I have about section. That how many connections I have gotten without about section. Of course, many of these have first met the person and then we connected, but still. Moving on. Great language learning plan. Oh, this is fun. Skills and knowledge. Language learning plan. And let's do 1 hour. Then I will see what else do. Okay, communication. English, Chinese. Languages. AI tools. Gemini be able to have a conversation with AI. That's not an issue. Kind of. I haven't tried this in some time. Use a mobile app, use an app on a browser. The one that I used on stream, was it Arabic? Research ways to improve communication. Chinese mobile learn random stuff. Song. Word. Communication. That's not about languages. Just generally communication. I'll put it there. What is the best way to learn a language? That's a good question. Is it to download Duolingo? No. What is it? What are the different techniques, ways you can learn a language? What is the best? Depends on the person and it depends on the needs, the resources. In my case, I have access to Arabic native speakers, and I think I will get access to Chinese native speakers as well, and or I could pay 15 or like 10 euros an hour to have a remote meeting with someone Chinese tutor. Those people exist. So that should be possible. So I have the resources. I have access to AI. I could pay. If I really did this daily, then it's not an issue. Also, it's not an issue to pay for only 1 month. I have Gemini. I can use that. There are a lot of free videos, free materials. The Vocabulary, of course, is free. Shouldn't be an issue. In Arabic, there are a lot of free apps. There are Quran apps. Of course, that's a free book. Surprise. Chinese. Yeah, so in general, learning a language, there is a lot of material. Yesterday, after the social hangout, I came home and I immediately was curious to maybe learn some, what profile is this? Learn some Arabic. Switch my account, which of course shows my email. Change this quickly. Like this, better. So I learned or found this video. This is great. Great video to explain some of the more difficult characters to say. For example, ha, ha, ha. I haven't saved this. Watch later training, Chinese, Arabic. So there are material, but it doesn't replace eating with or speaking with real native. If I had 50 minutes a day, what would be the quickest way to achieve what I want? And what is it that I want? Let's see here. So for Chinese and Arabic, I have the same plan, communication plan. The same methods for Chinese and Arabic. So questions like, what is the goal? What is the goal with this? One is getting a better understanding of the culture. Definitely this, that I want to get into these cultures, and the best way is through language, in my position at least. And then it's fun, of course. Then be able to speak in that language scalably. Wait. Okay. Scale. Scala. Scale. in a scalable manner. Okay, yeah. So scalably. So being able to scale the knowledge, the scale. Is learning a language, is it just that you start learning and gradually you can speak better and better, more and more with the natives, or using that language? No. What happens is people go to some course, then it plateaus. It doesn't increase the skill. Why? They don't need it. I have learned German in school from grade 2 to grade 9, and then was it grade 9 or 7 or 8? I don't know. I don't remember. But and then Swedish from grade 7 up, I think. Do I speak either of them? No. I did a course, mandatory course in Swedish in university, but I don't know that. I could pick it up where I left off pretty quickly, I think, but I don't use it anywhere. If I went to Sweden, which I might do in April, there is the EA global event in Stockholm. I might go there. I also already looked it up that it would cost around, was it 150 euros? Or let's say 200 euros for everything, for food as well. It's not that bad. And it would be from, what was it? Thursday till Monday. 3 evenings in the hotel and then trains and boats. Yeah, but I will think about that next month. But that was just an example. I don't know Sweden, and if I went there, I can talk in English. Every younger adults and younger people know English. It's just the older generation who never needed that, but it is very common. So that's the biggest reason why people don't learn a language. They don't have that fear, they don't have that pressure that I can't use English. I have to speak this language, nothing else. Because I have done self-development, self-improvement quite a lot. I'm not new. I'm not what is the saying? Yeah, I'm not new to challenging myself, to doing the right thing even though it feels bad. So that's fantastic with this. I think I'm able to create or work on my Chinese or Arabic on myself by myself. That actually increases the skill. But I still would want to hang out with people who talk Arabic or Chinese and Chinese. to get the validation that the sentences that I say are correct, the way I say them are correct. I have mentioned this before, that the biggest problem right now with learning a language is I don't get the best feedback from AI. If I say something, it doesn't know what I said. So the conversation with AI is difficult. That's my experience. Even if I had access to Chinese and Arabic talking people, I would still do most of I would do the studying by myself, and then I would just get into those situations where I could use that language. Hey, wait, salam alaikum, walaikum salam, or ni hao, 我是 Arthur. I will get experience there, and the social pressure, even though I have it, I don't have that high social pressure anymore. Actually, pretty much none. It means that maybe I won't benefit that much, but it's still, it creates the brain feeling that, hey, I use this language, I use this, and I hear that's important as well. I hear their feedback, I hear what they say, and yeah, that's about initializing this idea. What is my plan, kind of, but then what is the best way to learn it by myself? So now it's quite clear I can get into situations where I can use it, I can get validated, but I need to know before going there, I need to know what to say. And especially in my case, I'm very good at forgetting names. Yesterday as well, I think I asked someone's name, was it 2 or 3 times in total? What was your name again? And then they tried to teach me a sentence or just saying. And in the end, I did remember it because it was just 2 words. But yeah, I'm not used to trying to remember. And I said it to them as well. Same methods for Chinese and Arabic. What is the goal? What is the best method of learning it? What I came up with was language islands that Gemini said. So I had this idea that, hey, I want to speak, even if I need to switch to English because for the main conversation, I still want to speak something. So how can I do that if I can't follow their talk, or if we already talk in English? And one way is the beginnings, endings, beginnings and endings. As I said, ni hao, or salam alaikum, alaikum salam. That's very, very easy. I can say that, I can do that. And endings, I don't know those. That's a good thing to do, to be able to say what in Korean, 안녕하세요 or 안녕, to say hello, and then 안녕히 가세요 or 안녕히 계세요, depending on whether you are the one leaving or whether the other one is leaving. But there, or you can say 안녕 as well. But that's an example that I can use those. And I know I have met only one Korean that I said to her that 안녕히 가세요, was it? That was, I would like to know whether it was correct, or okay, I could ask AI very quickly that because we were both leaving that place, I just left first. Was it correct to say 안녕히 가세요? Was it that I said? But yeah. Anyways, beginnings and endings, very easy, and this is what many immigrants in Finland know. Moi, hero, no. Moi, hei, terve, moro. So greetings, and then some how are you, but very few know how to respond if I ask how are you in Finnish. So yeah, but in Arabic, I think it's very common. You just say Assalamu alaikum and alaikum salam, and then move on. But I don't know about Chinese. Okay, but language islands, and what else? What else could be there? I came up with the first or third language island that I would build is explaining my motivation to learn the language. So in the beginning, if I meet someone, of course I can do the greeting, but then they would ask me in English, what's your motivation to learn this? I could say that in their language. So in the beginning, when the conversation hasn't started yet properly to some way, I can show off my skills. And that's what I have already in Arabic section. Why do I have so many? What is this? Self-development is not needed there. Iraq is not needed. Why are these pinned? Vision. Is that even necessary? LinkedIn. Okay, that's communication plan, large canvas. Island 1, Island 2, Island 3. Introduction, natural exit. I'm very... What is the word? I'm very cautious about this that the AI gave me, but that's also very nice to ask someone, hey, take a look at this. Is this good way to say, or is it normal? Can I say this in what situations? It doesn't matter if I say it wrong. I don't think anyone who speaks Arabic would be offended if I said something like, hey, I can't pronounce this. I specifically said AI, I don't want to see you Romanize, at least Arabic. Knowing the characters that won't be an issue. But yeah, in Chinese that's different. But I want to create the same plan, but for Chinese. Same structure. Although this is the thing. Pinyin. Is it pinyin? Pinyin. It's a romanization system for standard Chinese. It said that you should try to learn Chinese first using pinyin. Maybe, okay, maybe both. But because in Arabic, of course, in Arabic, I can read it exactly how it pronounced. So if I knew how to read this properly, it's A, that's K, B or something, M. Then I could just, if I didn't remember, hey, what was that sentence again? What was that word? Ah, okay, it was this. I can see it from the text, whereas in Chinese, that's a bit different. That's a bit different thing. Ma. Shu, she. Okay. Okay. But yeah, for starters, I think this is the way to go. That I would immediately start to learn something, add 15 minutes a day. Today's will be longer, and maybe the first times will be longer. My idea is that I will have something to practice on all the time. If I went to the bathroom, if I started to do the dishes, and I just had a moment, I'm moving from one thought, one problem to another. Hey, let me practice some Chinese. So imagine myself in some Chinese restaurant saying "안녕," not "안녕," "你好." And what could I say? What else? Or so going through everything I know. That's all also something. And that Arabic pronunciation.
From the middle throat. Ha, ha.
Ha, 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 ha. Ha. So having words that use the pronunciation as it should be, even if it's wrong, it doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't matter. In Chinese, there are a lot of S's, I think. And of course the what is it called? In my drone's batteries. Charge. Should I use Gemini? I will quickly see whether there is something shouldn't show. I already have Chinese. Okay. I don't know if this discussion is already ruined because I have used this to have a conversation with Gemini, but it answered me. This answered some John Wayne. Did I say this? No. So okay, that's John Wayne dancing. Show, I get it. Hi, wait, I know that. So, and then what is this? I try to pronounce something. Qingyu, Qingyu, Bikya, Bingyu, Qingyu. So it just doesn't so charge. What does Gemini think I say? That I at some point I talk, or yeah, it's just garbage. Of course I mispronounce it, but don't try to translate some other language. I'm just gonna copy this. Maybe I did already. I created a language and for Arabic where I create the same create the following use the no, I didn't. Island 1 interaction. Pinyin. Xinghui. Xinghui. Hui. Xinghui. I'm very fortunate to meet you. Authentic equivalent to honored to meet you. Doubling honored. Chen mi. Xinghu nin. Respectful way to ask for someone's name in first time meeting. First time meeting. Swiss Army knife, of course. You have worked hard. I have troubled you. Singular. Nice to meet you. Shen Lao Jin Hen Gaixin. Walk slowly. Anzhou. Wituojian. When you are staying and they're leaving. Culturally driven answer. People usually expect. I wonder how the CLI version would work. Curious whether I can create a file and then I don't like this workflow. I want to learn Chinese. I learn it by create interest is that I culture though create the what happens.我喜欢中国文化，认为phrases. 对，你好，早上好，晚上好，上好，您好，再见啊，再见，明天见，晚安，晚安，晚安，拜拜。我喜欢中国文化，我认为学习有我 okay. It's okay. Sometime. But because I don't have time, let's go with this. And it seems like I could use the terminal. But do I what is that? Okay. So if I now have both plans, they're terrible, of course. I know that. Just by the English translation, it's terrible. But because my time is ending, what will I start learning? If I schedule 15 minutes Arabic, what will I do? What is the plan here? Maybe the plan is just, hey, learn this. Then learn this. I guess that works. Okay. So the plan is that I need sentences to repeat. Repetition. I need words that I can practice pronunciation. So right now, I think the best way is just taking control over it myself. I'm using AI. It's fine. It's fine learning it the wrong way. But I need to get to a point where it feels bad. It feels demanding to even say them that I can't do this. I want that feeling. Let me copy this. Hao. 早上好. And just in my mind, I can try to remember, okay, can I write this? 你好. In my Notion, I have those sentences. Where was the Notion? Why isn't this pinned?
世上无难事，只怕有心人。
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 Because I'm just starting, and as I said, there's so much to, so many different ways to learn. I feel that
只要功夫深，铁杵磨成针。
I feel that I'm not using the best techniques, best way.
吃得苦中苦，方为人上人。
But the idea about this, that I decide what I learn, I like. Or at least this should be a major part of it. I have some reason to learn it. But first I want to communicate. Of course, if I open an app, it tells me, do this, do that, do that. But that's the attitude. If I use an app, it already makes it very easy, and maybe too easy, so that my brain doesn't actively try to do it. But here I have more pressure to get it right, because this might not be the perfect thing to say, and I would learn by mistakes. If I just say the right thing, that's a good point. Didn't really think about this earlier, but if I say it wrong, I get better feedback. That's good. That's an interesting thing. Yes. And wait, another one is, so language islands, but one strategy is, what if I learned just enough words and sentences to start an AI conversation fully in Chinese, and I could learn the whole language only using those words. And meaning, if I learned how to say, can you repeat that in Chinese? Can you repeat that? Can you explain it different way? What does that mean? Or how can I so if I learned some kind of anchor words, I could ask, how can I say or teach me a word connecting to this word that I know, that I can say. Then the AI answers something, I don't understand that. I repeat, can you say it slower? Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that? Or can you say it, can you create a variation with both words? So what is the minimum amount of commands that I never get stuck? Can you start over again with this word? So let's start over. That I want to ask AI. I don't have communication. I'm not thinking about the log now. What? Okay, it showed my email here. That's unnecessary. I didn't even realize that was there. Sure. Okay. For maybe I use, this is awkward. For conversation, Let's see. Okay. Yes, this is a really well-established concept in language acquisition. People have tried it successfully. The idea is very similar to methods based on the principle of comprehensible input, famously promoted by linguist Stephen Krashen. The idea is that you acquire language most effectively when you understand messages in that language, even if you don't understand every word. The set of questions you describe acts as scaffolding to make the input comprehensible without resorting to translation. Methods and communities. Here are some specific methods and communities are there. Threefold, formerly mass immersion approach. This is like the closed modern popular method, what you're describing. They have a detailed roadmap for learning a language through immersion and advocate for a monolingual transition where you stop using a native language entirely. They have a large active community. Direct method, natural method, those are older teacher methods. Okay. ToDo physical response, method where you learn by responding physically to commands. It's often used in the very early stage of immersive foundation. You can find communities. Comprehensible input. I'm very interested about this because if I could find some, or okay, do I need to find someone who has done it? I can create it myself, but okay, let's see. Learn a language within 30 days. Only with AI. See. ChatGPT prompts 0 to fluent. Two years ago. Okay, let's try that comprehensive mass immersion approach. Monolingual language learning. The translation. Okay.
Don't translate. Just don't translate.
Okay. Let's
Just use your target language. If I already spoke that language, I wouldn't need to learn it, would I? We're told this, don't translate a lot. And it goes back decades. I remember not translating being a huge selling point back when I was hawking Rosetta Stone on CD-ROM 20 years ago in a hallway in Grand Central. Now, translation is not all bad, but there's actually a reason that people say this. The benefits of learning without translation are pretty serious. But it's rare that anybody tells you how to learn a language without translating, and I'm guilty of this too. So today I'm going to explain how to learn new material in your target language without translating, or how to move from translation very quickly to thinking in your target language. Different people have different approaches, and I've walked back from the total immersion with no possibility of translation kick that I was on 20 years ago. So what I'm going to present here is 3 easy, doable steps that anybody can implement no matter where you are in your language learning journey to get started thinking in your target language rather than translating it through your first language.
1 hour done.
PhD in linguistics from the University of Pennsylvania, and I'm a language lover and avid language learner. On the channel, I talk about linguistics, culture, and of course, how we can apply the empirical research to make our lives a little bit easier and a little bit better. So stick around. Today, we're talking 3 easy ways you'll be able to finally say how I learned to stop translating.
What am I doing? I'm spending way too much time on this. It's not the quickest way, of course. being able to pronounce it is very important for me. Maybe that will be the goal, that I get to a point where I can just forget English. But I think it would require still like 1,000 words to be able to effectively learn without translation. This is taught in classrooms, but they use gestures. So if I just try to learn by listening, this is interesting problem. What is the best way? Doing everything at once. Pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, the old-fashioned way. Then of course focusing on the active ones, like actually saying aloud and getting into those situations. I always do this. I spend way too much time planning and then create a new plan. Those islands, they do work, like the idea. I can use them immediately, expanding from there. I have very limited time. This is not important. So 15 minutes a day is maximum. Yes. Combined it's 30 minutes. Yes, I failed at this. I'm not ending this yet. I want to finalize the plan. Okay. Let me, I don't care about that. Let me simplify this now. Clearly, there's a lot of ways to learn a language. And I use too much time on planning. I need step by step what to do first or what to do next when I start Chinese. I think yeah, I can make a very simple plan that will work. It's not the most efficient, but let me delete this. So what's the goal? Yes. So step by step. This is a task. Or let's say goals. No. I need to have at least words and sentences to speak in random times. On random times. Just having this and if I feel the kind of bad that I know only a few words, that's good. Then I have a target. Learn another word. So this needs to happen as fast as possible. That I start speaking. Even if they're random words, it doesn't matter. And then when I have done this for a week, for a month, probably for first few days is enough for me to start getting interested. Okay, I want to learn how to pronounce this correctly, or I see that something is wrong. Learn. In Arabic. Start learning Chinese character. Like ni hao. Do I know how to write that in Chinese? No. But yeah, and then so here, of course, hard to pronounce words. And I think those islands are not important right now. I should probably find words that are on those islands. So it's some greeting, something I can use. That's not important. Just, hey, get a new word. If I come up with some random word, that's fine. That's good. It's funny. I will use Iraq here. And the most important part here is after each session or in each session, I should feel the exercise. It should feel bad. Hey, I want to use some other language. No. That's important that I do the exercises correct. Also, in each session, build the viewpoint from that Meaning, now when I speak English, I don't think Finnish. I'm not translating anything. I'm just speaking English. But if or like a few years ago, I didn't have this, at least this strong, where I almost had different mindset, different mind who is thinking about this. That's the thing that required to have that. When I say Assalamu alaikum, right now, or ni hao, I don't have a strong feeling that I'm talking in these languages, because, well, biggest reason is I don't have the vocabulary, so it's just one separate word. But I could build that idea. Hey, I'm in the middle of Beijing. No one talks English. It's of course not the case anymore, but what if it was? And I need to do stuff. I need to order food. I need to ask directions. I want to meet new people. I want to be polite. So start building this image, this idea that I can't use any, or forget every other language. Become a baby where they just repeat the words they know, and there are very few. Try to understand the meaning. And there needs to be that pressure, because if there isn't pressure, I'm not doing enough. So each session should have something. For a session, I should have already a good idea of what I need. What I need from that session. That's important. That, especially if I do this, if I consider that I am in a situation where I don't know the language and I want something. There are potatoes and I have money. I need to say I want those. Let's say I don't have, I'm completely blind. I don't have hands. How would I know? There are potatoes, I can smell them. So how would I communicate? And really, I can go deep into these feelings. It doesn't matter that no language is learned. It's important that the pressure is correct. I'm not trying to learn the vocabulary, because brain automatically doesn't care. Learning new stuff that's interesting is easy, and or that the brain regards as important. So kind of bypassing the actual language learning, I can do what I do best, which is just tweak my brain to be able to work better. So here I will start releasing signals in my brain that say I need to learn this language. I'm very interested to learn. So it already waits when it gets that information. I can build scenarios where it's life and death. Just to have the brain react a certain way. Very interesting. That's for this session, and I think for today. 3 things on this stream. Very pleased. And now some gamifying politics. Ah. Me. Nice.